Hello everyone, welcome to day 16, or I should say video 16 of my 25 days of Christmas. I am doing this on the heels of video 15, and this is one with Resincrete. I already had Resincrete. It's been open, it's been being used. Now I don't know how much I'm going to really need for these two molds. These came out of that Amazon haul I just got through doing, and as you can tell, there is a Christmas tree with a star and a snowman. So what I want to do is put yellow for the star and then put green for the tree. It's going to be a little difficult task because this is such a small little area. I don't know how much to mix up for it. So I have this here. I'm going to move things over so you can see things a little bit better. I have my scale. I have this little stir pot. It is zeroed out. It's tared. I'm going to tear it one more time. Okay. I'm going to bring my water up and get some in a cup real fast. Alright, there's my water. Now I won't be using a big cup for the first part of this because I want the yellow to be yellow. For the star, the new kit came with these paints. I'll probably be using those on the embellishments for the snowman, and I'm going to figure out some way to put baubles on the tree as well. So we're going to start with the tree first. If it doesn't roll away. And I want just enough to fill that star, nothing else. So I'm going to put 20 grams of powder in here with 6 grams of water. And this is going to be a difficult task, so I'm going to grab a pipette, or pipette, however it's called. I really don't care anymore. There's so much argument over the whole thing on the internet that it's lost its luster for me. I have green for the tree. It'll be probably a lighter green. So what I'm going to do, I mean, I could just paint them, but it's easier for me to, if the color is already there. Oh my goodness, I was looking for a pipette. I know I had some out. One moment, everyone. I'll be right back. Alright, pipette found and retrieved. So, let's get this turned back on. Okay, it's zeroed out still. So let's take a little bit of water and get our 6 grams of water. Well, it's just barely budging it, huh? Alright, I may have to go to a larger container because I just got to 1 gram of water. So I'm going to leave that in there to fill out, or fill up. Don't want to go too large. So let's go with one of these. Well, it's still only 30 grams by volume, so let's just go ahead and put this up here. We'll tear it out. And now see, something was wrong there because that now says 4 grams of water. That says, okay, there's the 6 grams. Okay, I'm going to squeeze that back out, fill that back up just in case I need to do more. I'm still going to use this to stir. It's easier to clean. So now I'm going to go ahead, grab another one of these for the powder. Let's put that on there. And it teared out to 0. That's awesome. Okay. So let's find out what 10 grams of powder, or 20 grams of powder comes up to. I'm not going to use the scoop that's in here because that would produce way too much. Out of time, don't want to do that. So I'm going to take that much and dump it down in there. That's 4. Mix it around down there. And that's 7. Whoops. Gonna have to wipe that off so I can get the proper grams. I'll finish putting that in there though. And of course, my scale just turned itself off, not helpful. I will set the stick down for a second. And I'll just grab a baby wipe and clean that off. I don't want to upset the scale. Alright, let's try this one more time. I know I should dry that off, but let's turn that on and see what happens. Tear out. Let's grab another one of those. They apparently seem to be the same weight. So we'll put one of those on. Apparently they weigh about 2 grams each. Tear it out. Remove. And it minused out to 3. This is not a precision science, at least, so. Okay, that's 10 grams according to that, so I need 10 grams more. Grab another stick and, oh, for Pete's sake. Well, that's 15 with that, but we'll wing it a little bit. Yeah, you get it on there, it doesn't want to come off until it's the wrong time, but I am doing this in the most improper way. Okay, 20 grams, I'm good. Okay, so we have 21 grams. We're going to say 1 gram is sitting on there. Yeah, about that. Okay, so I'm good with that then. Alright, so we're going to pour this into this one and call it good for that. I will start stirring now. If there's any white left or yellow left over, I'll put it somewhere else, but wow, that's thick. Let's get that as incorporated as possible, as quickly as possible. Get it off the bottom. Scrape it off the stick. And let's get some yellow squirted in there. Sorry if I sound like I'm breathing a little bit funny, but wow, that stuff got thick. So yeah, these resin-crete dyes, you have to use them kind of quickly. I want this a nice pretty yellow. There it goes. Now I'm going to try to get it down in there just as cleanly as possible. Don't know how that's going to work, so let's try this. Oh yeah, that's going to be hard. So let's see if we can go from up high and get a constant stream going. Oops, oops, oops. Wow, it's just wanting to go everywhere. Guess that'll make some good decoration, huh? Try to get all the bubbles out. Hopefully it'll drop better down in there. Sorry if my breathing sounds labored, but I'm in a mask. Okay, that one is done. Where would I put the rest of this? I have a small mold. Can I get a small mold real fast, please? Right in there. Any small mold. Before this stuff freezes up. It's already getting to where it wants to freeze, so. Small mold. Those little bitty ones will do just right there. See those pink ones? Those ought to do, honey. There's not much here. Let's try that. Okay. Let's do a yellow Christmas tree in this one. Trying to squish that down into there. I don't mind doing a little bit of cleanup, but don't want to do too much of it. Wow, look at that. I'm just making a mess everywhere. Maybe another one. A yellow Santa Claus. Hey, that works, huh? Let's let that get down in there. And then I'll scrape off a little bit of it. That deer, these deer are so hard, I don't think I'll get anything out of that unless I let it sit for a few days. I'll still squish it down in there and we'll give it a try. But I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, I didn't clean that mold. That's resin. See that green piece? That's resin. Well, we'll just put it down in the mold, huh? Okay, scrape it off over to the candy cane. And then off and over into, what a mess I'm making. You see, Twisted, my dear, I do not do these things well. I wing it every day. I'm just used to torturing myself and doing things my own way. There we go. We're starting to get a little thick now, so let's get it over to the other mold as well. Scrape off what we can here. Oh, for Pete's sake. You just have to work so fast with this stuff, but not as fast as you would with poly. Poly purebred. No, polyurethane. Okay, let's get that in there. Let's pour the rest into the penguin. Never seen a yellow penguin, but that'll work with it. Okay. That used it up the rest of the way. Let's finish filling this deer. His leg down here is all squished out. This deer is so difficult. We'll just bend the mold a little bit and see if we can fit it in there. There we go. That filled him up a little bit. Penguin's foot. And his hat. Kind of reminds me of that penguin Chilly Willy. Loved that cartoon. Alright, the only thing left to do is let those two things cure. Well, three things, I guess. And then I'll be back. Okay, it's solidified enough. And I'm hoping that the rest of this will adhere to it all the way. I'm going to mix up probably 300 grams of powder. So let's turn this on. I just tear it out. So let's get 300 grams in here. Now I don't have a whole lot left in this bag. There we go. That's 36. $71. $102. $146. Oh, let's go to 150 for this bit right here. And I'll mix up more. Oops, close enough. And now I'm going to go 35 grams of water for each 100. Make it a lot thinner. So 45 grams for 150. Okay, so let's grab another cup to pour into. Tear it out. It would be 30 grams for every 100. So yes, 45 grams. Oops. Now I did say I was going to make it more liquidy. So that's 35, and what's half of 35? 15, 16, 17. So that would be about 48. Or, excuse me, yeah, 48. And there we go, 48. I have my green setting aside here. I'm going to open it because I want to go quickly. The green is for the tree and the tree alone. So I'm going to fill the snowman first. I love how it bubbles and it sounds like a mad scientist experiment. It'll be thick at first because you're trying to incorporate the powder. Scrape, always scrape. Flat side of the stick, edge of the stick, bottom, all corners. Corners in a cup, circular. Go a little bit faster. Scrape off on the side here. So I have slightly over 150 grams. Let's tear this out and find out how much is in here. And we'll have to, of course, make allowance for the cup. There's a hair. 204 total with the water. Okay, let's get that snowman filled. I think I've got the cup pretty well incorporated. Sorry if I'm off camera. Just a little. I'm just trying to look down for lumps. Okay. Looks smooth. Let's do this. Fill it to about there for right now. Squidges down here at the bottom. Make sure all bubbles get released. I saw a hair. Life with pets. Let's get him filled up the rest of the way. Holy cow. It took almost the whole amount. Well, it took the whole amount, just not enough in there. So I'll have to dump a little bit more on top of it. We'll use the same cup. Tear it out because of the weight. We're going to put 100 grams in it this time. That's 39, 65, 93, 100. Oops, 104. Okay, well, that'll work. That's pretty much the bag. Okay, we need some more water up here. Let's go ahead and use the cup that is here. Okay, so 35, a little bit more, or thereabouts, 35 will do. So 5 more grams. Oops, forgot to tear it out. Okay, that's 39. So that's a little bit more water than kind of necessary. I'll pour some back in here. 35, 34, that'll do. Okay, before the other can set, down on the bottom here, let's get this poured in. I'll finish filling the snowman and utilize the rest in the tree. I like working with the resin crate, the eco pores, so much better than the polyurethane. I like working with epoxy, but you also run into a lot of problems with epoxy and bubbles. Although I have been experiencing bubbles with just about any medium I'm using lately. Okay, it looks pretty well mixed. Let's go ahead, dump some down in here. It'll shrink a little bit, so we do dome it a little bit, just like we do with resin, regular epoxy. Okay, I'm going to use the same cup, just throw some green in. Close that up. Get this stirred quickly and thoroughly. And that's still coming out of mint green. Don't want mint green. Want kind of a Christmassy green. Okay. I probably could use some blue, but I don't have it out and don't have the time, so I'll just use as much of this green as we can. Maybe we'll even leave it kind of swirled and get it poured in. Seeing some bubbles beginning to get trapped already. Sorry, I'm bringing it over to tap it some. Get some things out of my way real fast. And I like to just try flicking the sides a little bit as well. That helps to release those bubbles, squidging on the sides. That helps. Okay, let's get some more poured. Definitely getting thick. All these bubbles. I think I'm going to pour some back in real fast. Make a mess. I like making messes. We can all see that, right? Okay, let's see if we can get that bubble to pop out of there. There. Okay, let's pour it back in. Whoa. That's just overfill, right, everybody? That's easier to clean, right? Okay. Get these bubbles trapped out of there. What a mess. Ooh, do I gotta do some cleanup? Look at all those bubbles coming up, everybody. Okay. Wipe my fingers off for a second here. Oh, I'm turning green. Let's just drive those bubbles the rest of the way up and out. There we go. Now I don't mind the extra cleanup. This stuff is a lot easier to clean up than resin. And I don't have a spare mold right now, and my husband's gone to bed. So I'll see what I can do real quick here. This is going to look really weird, but I don't care. Excuse my throat. Let's dump the rest of this down on top of this epoxy here. Of course, I'm not sure it's going to work well, but experimentation, right? And it's Christmas, and who cares? When you're having fun, you're just having fun. Okay. Well, I guess that's it until everything cures. I'll be back then. Okay. I've given these extra time to cure. This one's still warm. This one slightly warm. So what I'll do is we'll start with these extras to see how well that got in there. Okay, a little bit of overpour on the belly. Comes off easy. Okay, I'm seeing this pretty good. Okay, take a look. Focus, there we go. Mr. Yellow Penguin. Okay. Now I know most of these aren't going to come out properly. But we're just going to flex the mold. Yep, see the deer's legs just broke. I'm sure this sled's not going, or sleigh is not going to do well. Let's see about Santa Claus. Lots of parts coming off here. Not too bad, but it did tell me I didn't clean this mold very well, for sure. He's got a little bit of red there at his eye, but otherwise, didn't turn out too bad. Okay, let's get the tree out the rest of the way. Looks like the extra pieces are breaking off quickly. Okay, that one came off easy. Let's see about this little one. Not too bad. Use the other part of my fingernail. And somehow I actually managed to get into most all those little ornament areas. Although the star itself looks a little weird. Wakey, wakey. There we go. But yellow Christmas trees, ick. They're a little sickly, right? Okay, so we know the deer's legs already broke. And his antlers. So in those extremely small areas, no, they don't, this stuff does not work well. It doesn't play well with others. Okay, let's see if we can get that to show up better. It doesn't want to focus at all today. There we go. But yeah, it just doesn't play well with others. So, resin-crete or that type of product does not do well in these very small, thin, detailed molds. Well, the Christmas gift came out really well, actually. But it didn't have spindly little legs either. There we go. So let's try the candy cane. Ooh, candy cane. I'm sorry, I could not resist. That came from a movie. And I see a bubble here and a bubble here. And that's about it. So, get that up there for you. Wakey, wakey. Wow, that is really difficult. Okay, and as I said, I know that the sleigh is not going to come out at the bottom very well because it's really intricate. So we're going to flake this off and try to get it out of there. I'm just going to flex it underneath and hope for the best. Okay, not too bad. So I guess the key is to make sure that the back is filled in all the way, even though it's supposed to be an open area. But small bubble right up here at the front of the sleigh. And a couple of extra little bubbles along the ridge. So if you have this thin and you pour it and are working one at a time, you probably do really well. But otherwise it comes up with missing pieces. Alright, that's those things out of the way. By the way, that dye, it does stain quite a bit, but hopefully this will clean up with alcohol like the last time around when I had to clean it up off my silicone mat. So we'll see. So these are not a waste. This is a terrazzo chip thing. Now, isn't that funny how that can be done? Alright. Okay, this one's cooled down a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of this excess off the mold where it ran down. Wow, did I make a mess? But that's alright. As long as I'm the one that cleans it up, right? I'm doing a lot of this because I'm getting ready to run out of my epoxy, and because I like to test things out. And I do like these new molds. I just don't like some of them that are really scratched up and marked and all that nasty. Okay, let's try to get that freed up top there. Try not to pop it off all over my floor, or have to chase it all over my desk. Well, getting a little long here, so I'm trying, everybody. Please forgive me if it does run long. My mind is preoccupied these days right now. If you ever experience it in my videos being too long for you, all I ask is that you don't skip through, and that you just go up to your little cog and hit the settings and hit the playback at ×2. I might sound like a chipmunk, but that's alright. And it looks like I've got a bubble that got trapped right there. Alright, let's try to get this out the rest of the way. It's a pretty stretchy mold, so I'm hoping, oh, a couple bubbles right there. But if you're really fastidious about it, all you need to do is mix up a little bit more and then fill in the holes, right? I do like how the stuff that hits the air is a lot darker. I'm going to have to try to be very careful when it comes to the star. There's another bubble. Some of that yellow still. I tried wiping it out, but it didn't work. I'm going to slide this down some more, and we're going to work it down as easy as I can so I don't lose the star. Ooh, large bubble there. Several bubbles here. We'll just glue some ornaments to it, right? Okay, I'm going to set it down flat, and we're going to try pulling a little bit. It worries me I'm going to pop that star right off of there. But I am trying to work it slowly. Trying to get my finger down as far close to the star as possible. Stretch and go. Do the same thing on this side while holding my thumb to not allow the mold to slip back down. A little bit more, a little bit more, and I did it. Okay. Now that's the difference when you pre-color everything. You're going to end up having more things, blended. But that's what paint comes in handy for. Alright, let me get this mold turned back out before I have an issue with it. Okay. Now comes the snowman. I'm going to sweep this off into my little cups I've been saving for terrazzo. Excuse the frog. Actually, I should just get a fresh one. So that's what we're going to do. Put this in the fresh. Get it to the edge. I'll be right back with this. And yes, I do plan on doing a terrazzo piece, but maybe not for Christmas. Alright, let's get the snowman out. And yes, it does dye you a lot, that stuff. So, um, wear gloves, I guess, to prevent it if you don't, if you're the kind that worries over that. I just let it wear off. Eventually it will while, doing dishes, etc. Okay, nice little snowman. I'll get some paint out real quick and paint his eyes, his scarf, and his hat. I don't like he's got a round bulbous nose because, snowmen have carrots for noses. But that's the way life is. I'm going to use the paints that was supplied in the kit. So we'll have a black here. And of course his eyes are made out of coal, so they go black. Seems to still be liquidy, so I'm going to try to use this brush right here. And we're going to try very hard not to get it all over the place. I'm not all that steady-handed tonight. Round, beady little eyes. So far, so good. The paint's not all that bad. Seems to be maybe acrylic. Paint brushes could be better. And I do have, of course, artist paint brushes, but I wanted to use everything that was in the kit instead of my own items to try to see how that's all going together. The brush has got little hairs everywhere, so I'm trying to be as careful as I can without going too far into time. Don't want it to get forever long. Nobody really watches forever long. Almost looks like I've given him a black eye. Well, okay, like a bruised one. Those loose hairs on here, I should stop long enough to cut those off. Okay, that's that with that. I'll be right back and I'll wash this out real fast. Get a paper towel to dry with. Let's get the black closed up so I don't goof. Okay, that's closed off now. No, it's not. I'll just pop back open. Boy. The little pots are a little hard to, there we go. Alright, we need orange, so of course I have to mix some red and yellow. And it's only got to be a little bit, so I'll take one of these real fast. Put a dot of yellow. Maybe a smaller dot added to that. Okay, wipe that off. Get the red. Oh my goodness, those really are difficult to close. There we go. Try not to get the paint on me. Okay, let's see what kind of orange we're coming up with here. Oh, a little too much red. Okay, so we'll wipe that red off now and go back to the orange, or the yellow. There we go. A little difficult to open and close, but that means that they're not going to get all over the place. I'm going to take a healthier dose of yellow and put it on the side here. See if we can get this the orange I want it to be. Almost. Oh, it's almost there. Just a little bit more mixing, I think. Yay! Thank you all for sticking with me. These are, some tough times right now, and well, this is the best I can do to occupy my mind. I do worry about my son. I did hear from my friend who had her surgery, and she is doing really well, actually, so I am happy about that. And I'm happy that she got the surgery she was hoping for. She's really a sweetheart of a person. And then I had some sadder news today, well, yesterday actually. And one of my people lost her uncle recently, so she's dealing with that. It just seems, I don't know, if December wants to go away, right? However, we are here for who's left behind. So no matter the outcome of things for me and my son, It's those that stay behind that count the most. They're the ones that have to deal with it all. Oh, okay. I don't know what color to make his scarf. Maybe we'll do green for the scarf and red for the hat. Yeah, I think so. Let's go green for the scarf first. Now I could have sprayed this or layered it with, I'm sorry, I got the hiccups again. Layered it with some varnish, and it would be easy enough to wipe off the excess paint if I accidentally go over, which I will. I'm proud of myself that I can admit I can goof. Especially since I don't see as well. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm really trying to concentrate on this. And it's not like anybody really wants to listen to me anyway. It's harder for me to see when it gets close and there's no real definition. Like when I've already got a lot of color in an area, I lose track of where the lines are because my eyes do these goofy little jump arounds, and it makes it a little bit harder to concentrate on where I'm at. So I'm going to start holding him this way. Really not bad paints. But yeah, the brushes could be something different. But even the best of brushes have their flaws. That's why I usually use Royal and Langnickel brushes. They are pretty good grade and they are lower cost. And they have crafting brushes. I buy sets of them all the time and give them away with some paints, especially when I mix my own colors. And that reminds me, I am going to try getting a winter painting done for Christmas. That's why I'm trying to work ahead right now on getting resin pieces done and things like this. Now when I run out of resin, I'll be doing other crafts until I can actually afford to get the big jugs, because that keeps the cost down quite a bit. So I'll be working with paints, other crafts, maybe crochet, maybe knitting in probably January. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you know, check me out with those. Now I know this is a bell, so I'm trying not to get so much of it, but it's getting there, isn't it? That one brush hair is just annoying me. Ooh, an hour. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm trying to hurry. Excuse my throat. I know a lot of people like to watch me do this. Others don't. So as I said, don't skip through, please. Just hit the fast forward ×2 thing, and you'll get through it really quick. It's just that watch time hours are counted all the time. Okay. Try to clean up this line right here. And, oh crud. Oh well, I'm just going to go with it. I don't have a black or a silver, so I'm going to make kind of a silver with some gray. For this bell. Every time I want to get that little hair, it disappears again. If I were truly bored and had the time, this little guy here would end up having a buffalo check. And you know what? I think I got my finger on the back, on the paint. Okay, that is starting to really annoy me. Let's see, did I get it? Can't really see. I'm going to look up in the light here. Let's take that tip off there. There we go. That should do it. Okay, let's see. Can I get places with this now? Yes, much better. Sorry, day 16's running slightly long. I really am. Slightly. Okay, it's getting a little bit longer. Almost done though, right? Okay, now I can go back over that with the black, real white. I'm just going to go ahead and do like I did with the orange. I'm going to make my own color and see what we can do. Okay, that's cleaned out. Let's get the scissors off of there. dried out enough. Close up the green. Excuse me while I'm just going to grab another pot. I can clean that out later. Okay, we're going to go with the black and white and get kind of a silvery as much as we can. Wow, that is such a pain. Instead of using the tip of the brush, I'm just going to do, we'll use the tip of the brush. And I stick my finger into the white. Okay, we only need very little black, so I'm going to try to get that off of there real fast. No, people, I don't panic when I get that on me like that. If I'm around paint, it's on me, no matter what. Although I might have to pause soon and go grab something really nice to drink, because my mouth is like cotton mouthing. That is the one thing that has changed a lot since I started doing the videos, is all the talking. I don't normally talk when I craft at all. It's always my quiet time. Okay, I'm going to wipe that off and put a little bit more white to it. It's almost the silvery color I want. Oh, gee. Well, let me see. It is now 1:24 in the morning, so I know why I'm getting a little like that. But I do have to get up there where I can have all my videos up and ready to populate in case I needed to go out of state real fast. Okay, I have the color I'm looking for. Get that wiped up though, or I'll stick my hand or something else into it. There we go, good enough. Okay, so let's get this bell painted. I could have made it a gold maybe, but silver bells, you know. I'm going to put a poll up pretty soon on my community page, and I will be asking those of you who actually watch my videos and comment and all that to tell me which would you prefer. The full video, some parts sped up. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'll be working with that program as much as I can to figure that out. But I don't know if I can speed up certain parts or end up having to speed up the whole video. But if you prefer watching the entire video without a problem, okay, just, let me know. If you prefer to have it sped up or not to watch the lengthy parts, let me know that as well. And we're going to see what consensus everything can come to. Okay, we're going to go red for the hat, and then we should be done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the pom-pom first. Try to get around. Oh, stick your finger on the bell. Ding dong. This is a really nice red. And it seems to be deep enough that the white is not trying to turn it pink. That pleases me because I don't want to have to paint extra here. Get some more on the brush. I do have other things that's supposed to get painted. Got a couple of gnomes. One was from the Halloween series. One was one I made well before I started video recording all of these for the internet. Maybe you ever have trouble driving a paintbrush? Wait till your eyeballs do weird flickery things. I'm sure there are others out there like me who have a problem where your eyes just sort of do this weirdly. I know mine started after my accident when I was 8 years old, 7 or 8, somewhere around there. And with all the eye surgeries and stuff. And I'm not having any complaints about that because between the doctors and my mother, I still have had sight in that eye wonderfully, and just a little goofy once in a while. But of course, I've had to wear glasses ever since that ever happened, and I'm used to it. I've thought about contact lenses, but I can't stick anything in my eyes. That just, wow, it just, nope, not workable. It even bugs me watching somebody else put their contacts in. Almost done. And there went my balls again. Okay, we're getting there. I am so glad I had lifted up just before that happened. Okay. Oops, there's a white spot right there. And right through there. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. The little snowman is painted. We're going to give him some little swirly looking little things up here just by adding a little bit of extra paint. Okay, there we go. He is done. I'll show you in one moment. Ah ha ha ha. Let me get the white paint out. I'll show you after that. I knew I touched that black. That's actually quite a pigmented red. I wonder what brand of paint they used to fill those pots. I know T-Expert didn't do it, but I just wonder what brand of paint that is, because that's a pretty good pigmented red paint. Okay, here we go. I think I missed a couple spots or rubbed them off or something on the scarf, but oh, and I have green there too. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'll get that done real fast and then we'll get to showing you. And I will try to hold him by his pom-pom and not touch the red. I promise. Okay. Ruh-roh, that black wants to bleed right through there. Let's see about the green. Yep, it too. So the white isn't a good, like a titanium color, or titanium white. So I'm just going to blotch it on. That green just wants to bleed right through. Alright, so I'm going to try to grab him where I can. And Mr. Snowman. A little bit of white needs to go there, or green, but I can do that at a later time. You see that as he is. He is missing a mouth, isn't he? Maybe I'll do that. I didn't want to do his entire nose because, as you can see, it's a really big nose. So I'm going to go ahead and set him down now. I'm going to say thank you for watching and bearing with me and listening. And, well, thumbs up if you liked the video. Um, Thank you to all my subscribers. You're a blast. You keep me sane. I want to say also, you new subscribers, you guys have been great too. It's like you're rallying around, and I love y'all for that. Well, comment, of course. If you haven't subscribed, maybe consider doing so. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. And share. All right, everybody. Love y'all and peace out.